What you'll notice with this is the factory install on the opening right here was about center. You can actually scoot it a little bit towards the rear just to bring the shifter a little closer to you. I like about a 1/4 inch gap on the front leading edge, and it's usually enough room near the back for the shifter to slide back and forth with the transmission. So next you want to tighten that one. This one's a little more difficult if you leave the ashtray in. We now want to tighten this front bolt. It's a little more difficult with the ashtray in, but not too bad. Straight shot on it. Careful of your nav unit. That one nice and tight. Now we're ready to adjust the shifter. So first, like I said before, you want to make sure it moves freely. Make sure it's in neutral. Now we're ready to move on to the shifter adjustment. You want to make sure it's in neutral. So you should be able to go side to side even though it's loose right now. You should be able to make sure you can go forward a gear, and you can go backwards a gear as well, just to kind of make sure you find neutral. Should sit about in the center. So what you're going to do, since this is just a 5-speed and it's not a major concern, you just want to get this thing pretty much straight up and down. Get it nice and centered on here. So just get the bearing nice and centered. And without moving it much, you need to tighten this adjustment bolt. It'll move a little bit. Take your time. Luckily this is not as critical as the 6-speed car. So now you get it nice and snug, not too bad yet. And you want to check the gears. And what you're looking for is the clearance down here on the bearing right here versus the front. So just kind of peek in there and see if it looks about the same amount on each side. Same with first and second. This one's leaning a little bit more to the front, but shove it pretty good. Make sure you don't hit the edge of the bearing. If that's the case, you should be okay. It looks like we got good clearance. Another thing you're going to notice, it's going to hit the edge of the plastic, which is, you're going to feel it now because we got the Delrin bushings, so more solid. So that's it. Make sure it's centered up. Make sure you got the same clearance on all sides. Make sure you can get first, second, fifth, and reverse.